A very good morning to all of you. Okay class, in our last session of our geography chapter 2 inside our earth, we have discussed the layers of earth. There are three layers of earth, that is crust, mantle and core. And we discussed about the components or the mineral component of these layers of earth, and we read about the types of rocks, the major types of rocks, and which were the three types of rocks: igneous rock, sedimentary rock, metamorphic rock, and here for igneous rock we read two types of rocks, that was extrusive rock and intrusive rocks. Okay class, today what we are going to do is, we have completed this, fine. Now we have to study sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. So we will discuss about sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks in detail. But before that, yesterday, igneous rocks. If we talk about what are the examples of igneous rocks, the common examples of igneous rocks are basalt, graphite. Here, basalt is extrusive kind of rock, basalt, and graphite, granite. Granite is intrusive kind of rock because this is formed under the surface of earth. Extrusive, basalt is extrusive because it is formed on the surface of earth. So class, now let's discuss sedimentary rocks. Okay, what happens sometimes, this igneous rocks, these are huge, but over the times they are converted into small pieces due to wind, water, heat, breaking down or rolling down. They break into smaller pieces which are called sediments. These are smaller pieces of rocks. They convert into चूरा हो जाता है या छोटे छोटे टुकड़े हो जाते हैं, ठीक है? और sometimes we break the rock and make it smaller, so it turns into sediments. Fine. Then these sediments settle down on the earth surface or on the ocean surface. So these tiny the sediments, they get settled down on the surface or on the surface of earth or ocean. They combine together over the years. They combine together and take huge forms, and they convert into larger rocks, which are called sedimentary rocks. And sometimes there are 1,000 years ago some fossils, the dead remains of animals or plants, they also get mixed into these sediments, and when they combine together or when they join together, they make big rocks. So it is, the sedimentary rocks can also contain fossils of animals or plants which have died a million years ago or 1,000 years ago. So the sedimentary rocks, they are conversion or they are transformation of sediments and then combining together into a huge rock is called sedimentary rocks. Now examples of sedimentary rocks: examples of sedimentary rock are sandstone, examples of sedimentary rock is sandstone. Now class, metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks have the word metamorph is a Greek word which which means metamorphic, which means the changed form of. The word metamorphic means the changed form of. Okay, so class, whenever this means changed form. Which means the rocks, sometimes what happens, the agents or the external factors like heat and pressure. Whenever these sedimentary rocks or igneous rocks under high temperature or pressure gets changed into a new form, that is called metamorphic. Due to high pressure and temperature, the sedimentary rock or igneous rock gets changed into metamorphic rock. So basically, what is metamorphic rock? Metamorphic rock is the changed form of either sedimentary rock or igneous rock. So example, if we talk about examples, first example, clay. Clay is a igneous rock. Clay is an igneous rock. It gets turned into slate due to heat and pressure. It gets turned into slate, which is a metamorphic rock. Fine. Now, limestone. Limestone is basically a sedimentary rock which gets transferred or changed into marbles. And it is the change. Marble is a metamorphic rock which is changed from limestone, which is a sedimentary rock. Okay class, now the examples of metamorphic rocks are slate and marble. Okay class, now one important topic, that is rock cycle. Now all these rocks, whether it is igneous rock, sedimentary rock or metamorphic rock, these are interrelated or interdependent on each other. Means one is formed by another form, or one turns into another rock. How? If we say, see the image. This is a volcano. Okay, volcano. This is a volcano. Fine. Whenever a volcanic eruption takes place, the lava, molten magma comes out, or sometimes it remains inside the surface of earth. And the molten lava, then it changes into igneous rock. Whatever rock is formed due to molten lava, it's settling down and cooling down, turning hard into a solid. Then the igneous rock is formed. Now the igneous rocks, slowly it breaks down into smaller sediments. As I have discussed earlier, it turns into sediments. ये छोटे छोटे टुकड़ों में टूट जाती है, और इन छोटे छोटे टुकड़ों को, जो छोटे छोटे पीसेस होते हैं, इनको क्या बोलते हैं? सेडिमेंट्स बोलते हैं. So these sediments again join together and they form sedimentary rocks. So now the rock we have received is sedimentary kind of rocks, and sedimentary rocks sometimes or may contain the fossils. Fine. So this is sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rock. Now the sedimentary rock or the igneous rock, due to high temperature or pressure, turns into metamorphic rock. Metamorphic rock. And this metamorphic rock, again, if the temperature gets too high or if the pressure gets too high, it again melts down and it turns to, or it again takes the molten form. And again the molten form comes out of the lava, or this molten form again solidifies or cools down or solidifies to rock cycle or to igneous rock. So this is rock cycle, means the volcano erupts and the lava cools down and takes the solid form, it turns into igneous rock. Now igneous rock turns into sediments join together and make sedimentary rock. Then sedimentary sedimentary rock or igneous rock. Under high temperature or pressure, it gets molten or it gets converted into metamorphic rock. Now metamorphic rock, suppose if the heat level or if the pressure level is too high, it again changes into molten lava, or it changes into lava and again the molten lava cools down to igneous rocks, or if not cools down or it goes to the volcano and again after eruption it forms into or it changes into igneous rock. So class, this was rock cycle. Now we have uses of rocks. We know that these rocks are used for different kind of things, but the most important use we are going to discuss uses of rocks. These rocks are used for making buildings, roads, houses. These rocks are used for making grinding our. Okay class, we were discussing about uses of rocks. These rocks, all the types of or different kind of rocks are used for different purposes. Let's discuss them one by one. Construction. These rocks are used for constructing houses, roads, bridges and all the engineering or architectural works. Or these are also used for making statues. Right? Next, playing. Rocks are used for playing games like gitti. Gitti means tapu, or 7 stones, pittu, or punch, 5 stones, panchdani. Right? These are used for decorative purposes. Small stones or colorful stones or the small pieces of granite or marbles, they are used for decorating our floors or wooden tables or furniture. Next, medical purposes. If we talk about, these are the powdered form of these rocks is also used in medical purposes, like the plaster of Paris. This is a chemical. This is used for making plaster or making plaster. And next, this is plaster of Paris is also used for decorating our houses. POP. This is used in false roofing and all etc. Next, utensils. This is also used for making utensils or household things like silbatta or okhli. And so there are so many uses of these rocks, and we use these rocks day by day. Whenever we construct a house, we need rocks. So these rocks are very important in our life, and these are naturally occurring things which are very important for our lives. Now class, the next thing is minerals. The last topic of your chapter is minerals. Minerals are the naturally occurring components which are found inside or on the surface of earth, like iron, calcium, phosphorus, nickel, silicon, alumina. We just read previously the layers of earth contains alumina and silicon. These are minerals. These are minerals, and minerals are those components which are found on earth's surface or inside the earth, but they have some physical or chemical properties. These are inside the earth only, and these are also used in our day-to-day life. If we talk about calcium, suppose calcium. Calcium is used, or calcium tablets are also used. We take calcium tablets to make our bones strong. So we need them in little quantity. Suppose if it iron, ferrous. This is iron. Iron is required by us so that we don't suffer from anemia. And magnesium. Magnesium is used, or magnesium. These all minerals are required by our body. You must have read it in your science chapter, the balanced diet or food we eat chapter. So these minerals are very important for our life, but these are naturally occurring minerals which have some natural, physical or chemical properties. So class, with this we have completed the chapter 2nd of geography inside our earth, and now what you have to do is you have to read the chapter again, learn all the question answers and work we have till now. And now, if you have any query, you can call me from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. from Monday to Saturday on my personal number, and try to learn the work of inside our earth now, because this is time we have to